is a quick 2-week review of this acrylic 50-inch called the Spalding fadeaway backboard. It's by the Spalding company, which most of you would be aware of. It costs about $700 from Rebel Sports here in Australia, and got it somehow installed and delivered for $140 on top of that $699 price, which is a good deal at the moment. Prior to this, we had a polycarbonate board, which is cheaper. It was about $300 when I bought it. It lasted us for about 15 years. So now it's gone in the dustbin. And I have to say that acrylic boards are definitely better than polycarbonate boards. And possibly, and the tempered glass is the next stage up, which is slightly better. Now, I'm a 3-point shooter, so I'm not trying to hit the board unless it's accidental. So I don't care so much about the board, but what's important is the feel of the ring is much more realistic with this board compared to the cheaper board. Now this is sort of entry level from the next step up from the polycarbonate boards, but for the price I think this is a really good value ring. Now it's also a lot more stable than the other design, and you'll see the other design is a sort of straight up and down vertical design. This one is, this has got this sort of triangle shape here, which is a lot more stable, particularly when it's very windy. With my old ring, I can tell you that it used to fall over all the time onto the pavement, which is really dangerous. And this one went through a bit of a storm the other day, and it did not fall over, even though I left it at the 10-foot setting. On that note, you just have to take my word for it because I can't do it with one hand right now, but this is adjustable, so you can actually lower this to any height down to about 7.5 feet, I think, which is sort of dunking category for us normal humans. And it's fairly easy to do. You can do it with just by pulling this lever and then pulling it down. So it's pretty easy to move up and down, which is again a bit better than my old lifetime ring, which required the use of a broom to stick up to push it up and down. So this one can go up and down pretty easily if you've got young kids, so it's pretty good from that point of view. Now it's very stable and solid. I don't know why I'm hitting it to show you, but but you can see putting a bit of force here and it doesn't wriggle that much, and believe me, I'm incredibly strong. So and yeah, with my old ring I could actually sort of single-handedly sort of lift it up and sort of move it around. This one I'm going to need help if I need to reposition it because it is much heavier and more stable. There are obviously models higher than this one, but for the price, at least for us, I don't think we need the bigger board. I think this is 52 inch, sorry, I said 50, it is 52 inch. They do have the 56 inch, I think. The standard size, I believe, is 60 inch. Unless you're really into basketball, I don't think it makes that much difference, and I do play every week, so I do take basketball fairly seriously, and I play on proper courts normally. So I'm used to proper rings, and this is actually a pretty good feel. It is still a little bit more friendly than the real ring. Can't really demonstrate it, but it's slightly friendlier. But look, I think it's a pretty good feel for your entry-level acrylic ring, and it's from a name you can trust, Spalding. Now, I have to tell you, I did not build this. It cost $140 for installation, for delivery and installation, which is a bit of a bargain, really. $6.99 from Rebel Sports at the moment, and I would say it's probably worth paying someone to fix it up, because from what I read on the internet, this thing is a beast to put together. The guy that did it did a really good job, and he did it within, I think, about 2 hours. But I think if I was to do this myself, firstly I'd need somebody to help me, and secondly it'd probably take me about 6 hours. But that's because I'm not that good at building things. Although I did build my previous ring, that was with some help and took many hours. But yeah, so overall this is a really solid ring for the price, and I would certainly recommend it, and I'd definitely buy it again. It looks like it's going to last for many many years, and I hope it does, because my last ring did last about 15 years. That's about all I have to say now. I think the only weird thing about it is the color is slightly strange, because it's blue, but it looks fine to me. The other nice thing about this design is that if you do get it in and then it kind of hits this bit, it will bounce back to you. So that's nice compared to the other ring. So overall, it's a lot better than my old Lifetime ring. One other thing to quickly mention is that when you're a shooter, when you're shooting, this sort of the size of the backboard does kind of matter, because it's like, it kind of gives you a proportion sort of thing. So when I had the smaller backboard, the ring actually looked a lot higher than what it actually was, if you can imagine what I'm saying. The real board is actually even bigger than this, so this probably feels a little bit higher than it actually is, but it isn't. It's actually 10 foot. But because of it's sort of like an illusion, because the size of the backboard actually does make a difference in terms of your height perception. So that's another reason why it's good to have a 52-inch rather than a smaller backboard. Overall, highly recommend it. I would give this 5 out of 5 overall, for especially considering the price. So, and I've played on a lot of portable rings, and I think this ring is this basketball system is really good. Okay, that's all from me. Hope you enjoyed that review. If you have any questions, put in comments below. See ya, bye.